Hello and welcome back to CCTV before the bomb. Here in the idyllic time before, nuclear war took over this landscape.
We have to go find shelters.
That's right. I'm working as an ad executive here.
Fuck, you stole that one. Why would you steal the only reference that I would even remotely be able to use? Like, you grew up during this time.
Yeah, I grew up in this.
And I watched shows about it. This is the only show that I really watched.
I'm sorry, here. Let's try it again. Do it. Do what you would have done.
Oh, yes. I beat my kids and work as a single dad in an ad agency.
Oh, you're like a unique character you just created.
Well, no, it's pretty much the...
He doesn't beat his kids.
Does he get that out of the way when he introduces himself to people?
Yeah, just lay it all out.
I got this pitch for ketchup.
No, he
says,
first of all, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Like a cigar and like a whiskey glass in his hand.
Oh yeah, there's some whiskey over there, but we can't drink it. Oh look, James.
I've rotated over a couple times.
Look, everyone, it's James.
Oh, dude.
It's Ames.
No,
it's
it's
Ames.
not.
It's James.
It's Andy Warhol.
It's Andy Warhol.
Are these books real? Because nothing in this room is real.
They're unlike, you can actually read it. It's all real. Okay, listen, it's Fallout Week.
Yeah, this even uses a papyrus.
It's Fallout Week, Bethesda. What do you think about this?
Oh, this was made, this was made in 2000, so this year doesn't exist during this time period, so it's a little misleading, but...
Don't break our immersion. Special guest on the podcast this week, Khail Anonymous, with his second podcast appearance.
Yeah.
How's
Doing
it feel?
good, thank
Welcome
you.
back.
Yeah,
I actually forgot about the last time.
In my house? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
I forgot about that.
That was good. Yeah. You wrote on my wall, you wrote yeast infection. Mm-hmm. Good times.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice, dude. So we're just gonna. This is a very laid back vibe. We're here. We're just like fucking beatniks on the couch. We'll just hang out. Khail, I mean, it's been a minute, dude.
Everyone's really like hard chilling right now. I guess.
Hard chilling, you would say. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know of any other way to sit in a chair like this. I mean, it's got there's nowhere to put your arms.
I just think it's gonna run out of space. On this giant.
How can we help you? What would improve your life?
Well, you guys are man-spreading, and I'm cool with that though, for real.
Sometimes you can just spread regular though.
Yeah. If I could do this on the subway though, I would. Every time I rode the subway, which is almost never.
It seems like it's really like a public transit issue, man-spreading. It's because when I get in my car, no one's complaining to me, right? Movie theaters, no one complains. Airplanes maybe, but airplanes issues are the armrest turf war rather than someone's knee is next to mine, you know what I mean?
I mean, there should be no turf war. If you're in a metal seat, you have the two armrests. That's the end of the story.
Right.
Does it become like an alpha thing though? Whoever's
Some people don't understand the lay of the land. They have the window seat and they try to put their arm on the armrest. Fuck off. That's not for you.
Especially if they're bigger too, they think that they automatically get that right.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
We got to come up with rules for that. That's definitely one of those situations. Even in the movie theater,
it's the middle people get both the armrests.
They get both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, they get both of them.
Yes.
It's not.
I didn't actually know that.
Because if you're in the window,
it's an unwritten law.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just common sense.
Right.
If you're in the aisle, you can spill over in the aisle. If you're in the window, you can go
in the window, you can even. And the window is the best because you can just do this.
Yeah, that's to good sleep.
It's overpowered. The window is.
Yeah.
The middle is by far. I mean, you're in for it's so hard to sleep like this. No one can just do this.
The least they can do is give you this. Because if you're like this, you might as well be a fucking dead body in a fucking coffin. They just rolled you in there.
I had a, as you said, a bigger dude. We had some. I was doing the thing where he would put his arm up, and then he'd fall asleep and his arm would go off. And I was like, you know what? This is mine. So I took it.
You were in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I took it.
Yeah.
And he gets up again. And he goes to put his arm and he puts it on me. And he's like, oh. But he realizes, okay, I have the middle armrest. And then he puts his arm to the front. He still needed some of it.
The front of the arm.
So me and him
split it like I Love Lucy, right down
we physically negotiated the armrest, so I had the back part of it, and I was okay with it, honestly. At this point, I'm like, I just need this amount. I don't need the whole thing if this is where we're at. If you can't understand that, I took this over and you're here to invade. It's like this one video I saw where these two fish were fighting, and they kept having a turf war, and they were both pieces of shit to each other, and they had to just settle on both of them having to live next to each other, and that was the result of it, Wow. So in my situation, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm not gonna Like I even put my arm under his. No effect on this man. He just kept on doing his thing, watching his fucking TV show or whatever. And I was like, all right, guess I'll situate myself here and whatever. So I got something out of it.
If you were to ask the flight attendant, you're like, this guy's taking both of the armrests. Like, you think they would?
It's like going to the sheriff and saying, I'm getting bullied at the salon. You know what I mean? You can't just tell the flight attendant, excuse me, his arms. Just gonna say, sir, please. And like, what do you do as a flight attendant?
I don't know, man.
You have like so many other things like to worry about.
That's like the worst job for sure. You have to put up with people.
Well, flight attendants like their jobs, though, from my understanding. I mean, to some degree, it's one of those things where I feel like you can't be like, oh, I hate being a flight attendant. You know what I mean?
Right. Either you're into the lifestyle or you're not.
Right.
Like you're gonna travel around, wake up in weird cities.
You might hate passengers, but then like you get new ones.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
so if you hate travel, then that's not a good job for you. Why are you a flight attendant?
Yeah.
You know
or
what I mean?
Customer service.
I feel like my ideal work is like from home with like a cup of coffee. Like you probably shouldn't be a flight attendant.
Right.
So if you are one, you have to like go through training and all that to get there. So the whole time you're like, oh, I hate this. So I'm probably be like, you should do something else. You seem like you really hate doing this thing you're going to be spending a lot of time doing.
That's true, dude. Well, I'd like to get this podcast kicked off by thanking one of our sponsors right off the bat. The beauty of this sponsor is I don't need to look at a piece of paper. I can tell you all about honey. You guys know honey? Everyone on this podcast, I mean.
Yeah, I know honey.
What's the deal with honey, James? What is honey?
It's a browser extension.
It's free browser extension.
Free browser extension that gets you deals.
Gets you deals, that's right.
Yeah.
It takes 2 clicks to add it to your browser. No matter what you're shopping for, whether it's something on Amazon, whether it's something like you're going to do some clothes shopping. You know, I'll even be on Expedia and, you know, Honey will try to offer me stuff. It tries to be helpful. I'm not always even sure that it has that scope. Maybe someday Honey will be available for anything. You get a coupon, you get a discount, you get a promo code. But no matter what, Honey scans millions and millions of coupon codes and says, hey, listen, this is the best deal for you, and it'll let you know. Honey has already saved listeners of this podcast an average of $28.26. Honey does it all for you. It applies the biggest discount right at checkout, and it has over 10 million members and over 100,000 5-star reviews. What's the last time Honey has saved you money? Let me think in my head right now. I bought some new clothes online and Honey applied a discount code. Every time I get a pizza, you know, if it's pizza night, I do Honey. It's on Amazon now. That's a new thing that Honey added. That's pretty cool.
That's
you can
good.
create watch lists basically and stuff. Well, I mean, I'd love to know how much money I've personally saved on Honey, because I bet it's a lot more than $28, because I used Honey even before they were an ad sponsor on this podcast. There's no reason not to add Honey to your browser today. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/CCTV. That's 2 words. joinhoney.com/CCTV. Honey, the easiest way to save money while shopping online, baby. I mean, there's nothing more that needs to be said. Like I said, I didn't need most of that ad read. Honey, thank you for sponsoring us for such a long time. And if you haven't done the 2 things, dude, just click it. It's 2 things, it's free. It's one of the rare sponsors where it doesn't require anything from you and will only save you money. So install Honey, we'll get the credit, and you'll be happy because you'll be saving money. Thank you. Khail is the host of a new show on Twitch. It's on every Friday.
Yeah.
This is some plugging I'm gonna do, but you've been on it. Wait, have you been on it?
I haven't been on it.
I've been on it.
No.
Lindsay's been on it.
Crazy.
Rob Talbert's been on it. Alex Tamayan's been on it. All of group chat except for Daniel Portman.
Maud Garrett, Trisha Hirschberger, Anthony Carboni.
They're not in group chat.
Oh.
I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, all the group chat.
Yeah, but him name dropping other names is like good too.
I know. But
Who's the biggest person you had on it?
Who's the biggest star?
Biggest star?
Yeah.
They're all stars in their own right, James.
Yikes, dude. Yikes.
That's a safe answer.
That's a safe answer.
What's it about?
Basically, we go down the internet rabbit hole. I would compare it to what is it? Dark side of the internet, or
Dark side of the bad side.
Dark side of YouTube.
You're a real piece of work.
The difference is I've been doing this show longer. I did it while I was at ETC.
Oh, is that so?
Which was before the creation of Cow Chop.
Why is he?
But he hasn't been doing it consistently. That's like if you took a boxing class in 1992 and you went up to a champion boxer who's been started training 5 years ago, and you're like, actually, I got into boxing before you did. So sorry,
Guys,
suck my dick.
But we can't have guests on and then like plug them, but then also shit on them for like the work that they're doing.
I think he,
and, like,
I think
and
he
then,
turned
like,
around
take it
on us when he
personally.
said the dark side of internet or whatever.
Dang.
Hey, listen, whenever... No,
Hey,
I'm
what do
not
you
going
do?
to get defensive.
Oh, we do that. We do this thing. All right, stop talking about this
He's
thing.
the one that made the comparison.
You were the one that started the...
I want to hear more
I
about
didn't
it.
expect you to turn on us. I thought it was going to be a
I
friendly
don't think you
plug.
turned on us at all. I think you actually go, like you said, you don't do YouTube though.
It's
You
not
look
just
on-
YouTube. It's
Right.
basically
seen it.
like a podcast
You've
type
seen it?
conversation.
Yes, I've seen it.
Which
So
one
it'd be
did you
like
watch?
us talking.
The one with fucking Rob Talbot.
You watched the Rob Talbot episode?
A little bit.
Yeah. At the end, he ends up reading a book and rapping over, or we end up finding this like Pilates video because I was talking about how I've done Pilates.
Yeah.
Like the machine one where you have to like put your legs in the air or whatever.
Right.
And I wanted to show him that, so I found a video of that, and they were playing this like holistic music behind it, and I didn't like that, so I put Tyga behind it, and it like synced up. He was like, yeah, put your like reach all the way to your toes. And they do that, and then it's like, and spread your legs, and then they did that.
Whoa.
So it's kind of, we just kind of like, it's different every time. It's never the same experience. At the end of this one, he also ends up reading a book. Rob was reading a book, and then I put like,
plug.
what?
At the end of the show, Rob reads a book.
every
Can't
show,
wait.
different guest every week, and then Rob comes in and reads a book.
That's beautiful.
But
Like
yeah,
the Joe
it's-
Rogan podcast.
What?
Kind of sounds like you just
Yeah.
have someone new and then you go on the internet with them and just see what comes up.
Yeah, it's very freestyle, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's like,
With yours, what did we end up looking up? The 10 cutest puppies or something like that?
I don't know, man. We like started off in Skyrim. We looked at some cute dogs. We were like people with weirdo names too. It's just a journey. Like I couldn't
Is it
even
like an
retrace.
interview, or is it just?
It's like it's not quite an interview. It's like if you were just hanging out with somebody and you're both on Google. Like if you were coworkers and you were buds and you're just like shooting the shit.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
I
like-
refuse to let them do self-promotion. Well, we just never bring it up because it's not about that. My goal is to like have the audience exposed to maybe somebody fun or interesting that they've never met. Like obviously all these people are like entertainers or hosts or whatever, and I kind of want to like put their humor out front and kind of like how their mind works, and that's why it's different every time, is because their minds work differently, the conversation works differently, the way they react to things work differently, so every episode is different, but you get to meet somebody new. And so that was kind of the reason for the creation of it. And also because I didn't like a lot of podcasts where they would get too nitpicky about like one specific issue, and then you just kind of get lost. I don't know. It's just the kind of podcast that I would want to watch, and also it's not just a listening thing. So, but thank you for that.
Sure,
That-
no, I
that
just
plug.
you know you need
It's
a
a good
couple
time.
more people to be on it. So
Are you ever gonna have like celebrities?
Yeah, that's the goal. I was thinking about asking.
Are we?
it's at
What?
Kale's house.
I said, are we?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
what? You?
Not just keep
So
it
are
on
we
those.
ever gonna have celebrities? Yeah, dude. Lil Xan's a fan of you, dude. I'm trying to get Lil
Get
Xan.
Lil
on.
Xan on. I'm
man.
thinking about Jordan Voight Roberts from the director of Kong Skull Island. Might have
Yeah,
him
near
on.
and dear to your heart.
Yeah, gotta ask him. But because he wanted to do something, Metal Gear, and so I think I may just have him come in and do this.
That'd be
Maybe
wild. It'd be at
Metal
your
Gear
house,
stuff.
dude.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Jordan, I'm gonna hit you up right after this, or probably before this now.
He's not watching us. Doesn't even know. who
He's
we are.
like, what's the newest Cow Chop video?
He's like, what is dark side of the internet?
Lil Xan, huh? Who else is like a fan of you guys? That isn't that the Wolfhound guy? What's his name from
The
Stranger
Hound
Things?
from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard
Yeah, yeah.
and his brother and their friends. I hear through the rumor mill. Who knows? They might have stopped watching when Asher left. It's hard to say. I don't know. It's crazy. You know, life is so strange.
There's a bunch of YouTubers that I guess are sub to us. So that's cool. They'll comment every once in a while.
Oh, there's actually a way to
closet.
see that on YouTube. We looked at that within the first couple months when we started the channel. I forget how it was like in the YouTube subscriber section. You can check and see who's subbed to you.
Who's subbed?
Haven't looked at it in a long time, but
Who's your dream subscriber?
dream subscriber that would subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, not even like as a like a I'll subscribe. Who cares? But like they did it because they liked Couch Up.
I need more time to think.
The Rock watched the video. James is really excited about that.
I wasn't gonna reuse The Rock because I already say The Rock for everything.
But The Rock did watch that episode,
Right.
And then Sean
His
Evans
fucking
did watch Spice Column.
PR agent fucking watched it.
That's fine.
Oh, that's true.
Somebody
Probably,
watched
yeah.
He did. It was like The Rock. There, he was like crying face emoji. It was in his whole tone. Maybe it
The
was
crying
The Rock.
laughing face though, right?
Yes.
Not crying? Okay.
Yeah.
It would be
yeah,
neat
he's
though. I mean,
crying
we
face.
got a reaction from him, but we couldn't get a reaction out of fucking Burger King after doing the rodeo challenge. So
They're
that says a lot.
more into the media now though. They just roasted McDonald's and
Well,
stuff.
too fucking late, Burger King. You're
Blew it.
fucking.
We
shit.
created a whole commercial
Whatever.
for their stupid burger. Then on the live stream, the Halloween live stream, I gave them another free plug. Not
Yeah,
that-
you did.
Like, why did I reward them for their bad behavior? I said, "Ooh, eat the Nightmare Burger."
They don't
Burger
deserve
King.
it.
Burger King. They're pretty nice to us on Halloween. They gave us some candy because
They give you some
we were
candies?
in costume. Local. Shout out to the local Burger King. Anyways,
Cool. Taylor Swift, that'd be a pretty good one.
Oh yeah.
Taylor Swift watched their videos.
Are you guys
you
woke
would
enough
be excited
to?
about that?
Would I be excited about that? I'd probably smirk. I'd probably do like, I'd blow air in my nose and smirk. If there was like some inclination, like if she like liked a video accidentally, I'd be like, you know what I mean? That's the reaction I'd give.
Just ended up in their feed.
You'd be bemused.
Yeah, I'd definitely be bemused.
Okay.
Any of the night talk show hosts.
James Corden.
Any of those, yeah, because they run the fucking scene now. So
You want James Corden to watch Couch Up? That'd be so strange.
which one is he?
He's the chubby English fellow who does
Karaoke
car
one?
karaoke.
Yeah.
No, not him.
I saw their karaoke caravan not too long ago. I was saying they were driving through Beverly. And they had like a big entourage of like cops, and they had this stupid van because they shoot out of a van, but they have like Escalades that are front and like back of them. But I think they try to shoot out of the van, kind of like how we fake all of our stuff. They fake like, oh, they're driving a van. It's like a family thing, but you know, like Lady Gaga and all the celebrities would never be in a van.
What do we fake?
Dude, look at this.
We're not really in
We're
the
not in the
60s,
70s. We don't own a house anymore that we can vandalize. We
wait,
we
never
don't own a
did own a
basement.
house.
We
Never owned a house. What?
You guys don't film in an alleyway?
Yeah.
we have an alleyway, but we built an alleyway.
Yeah, we actually have both.
I thought that was
We have
real.
two alleyways. A
Oh,
real
that's
one, a real one, and a
But
big one.
no, James Corden, he does like the crazy stuff on his thing. Like he like eats weird food and shit.
Oh,
he
yeah.
had John Hamm from one episode where they were like eating cow tongue and fucking drinking.
Oh yeah, maybe he can
Like,
sub to us.
so if anything, he'd be the one that's probably more, inclined to steal our ideas and then put them mainstream. But I don't really see like, I don't know, Jimmy Kimmel being like, oh, it's a funny video, for anything.
Ellen can sub to us. I mean, she's all about the fucking.
She likes to scare her guests.
Yeah, well.
So maybe she'd, get a kick out of a video where it gets scared, dude.
I'd be pretty scared if I was on Ellen as well.
Yeah, it'd be like looking in the mirror, like really weird.
You'd have to dance if you came out.
It'd be like looking in a mirror. Damn, dude, you fucking got me. You must be on that Reddit a lot, huh? Responding to all the hate comments.
That's just the joke with you. I
We
mean,
have another ad that we can get
can't
to.
take that.
I'm not sure we've earned another ad, but okay. You know our other sponsor this week is? I'll tell you how you know they're already on your body.
I'll tell you how I fucking know. Look at this shit.
Oh, you got the dogs.
Yeah, I got the dogs.
Dude, what do I got today? Oh, I got the new Fox print. That's a Taylor Swift song. Fox on
I don't have
the
that
run.
one. What the
That's
heck?
T-Rex. That's Sweet. Why don't you don't have the Fox one? You
No.
didn't see the Fox one? Sorry, bro.
What the hell? Why didn't they send me that
I
one?
don't know. They send us the same thing.
What?
So I don't know how you didn't get the Fox, dude. That's brand new.
I'm checking my mailbox straight when I get
You
home.
got a onesie sent to you because it's fall.
I did get a onesie, but
you
I
put
want
the
more
one-
underwear.
But they got a lot of stuff coming out for fall. They got lounge pants. They got the onesie I put on. It's like if you were wearing a onesie made out of the underwear material, so it's extremely comfortable. They've got some ugly sweater underwear coming out for Christmas, but that's not, we're not ready for that yet. Alex, what's the, who needs an ad read? What do you like about MeUndies?
I like wearing them, dude. They've replaced pretty much all my underwear. I used to buy really shitty fucking boxer shorts from Walmart. So I have packs of them.
Yeah.
And, my dick would fly out the front. And now that I get the MeUndies, the problem doesn't have anymore. They're cool. If my pants ever sag, someone can be like, your pants are sagging, but no, cool, you got dogs on there? Like, hell yeah, I got dogs on there. And it's all good, dude.
That's so true. My huge dick was always falling out of my underwear.
No, it's the front.
Just throbbing.
What it is the packaging. There's this thing in the front that's like they used to have the button. The cheaply made boxers.
And the huge head of my enormous cock would unbutton the button for me.
Pop the button.
It would.
Peek its head out and go.
It would. Well, if you sit the wrong way,
like a sandworm emerging in Dune. And
you just don't have the problem with MeUndies. That's my point.
You don't
have that problem. It's all confined. Okay.
Yeah.
You give me a weird look, Lindsay, but you know what I'm talking about.
I wasn't even looking at you for most of that.
Lindsay's scandalized.
When I looked over, you were looking at me.
That's weird that you looked at me when
You guys look to each other in times of need.
I never had that problem. Does that mean my wiener's small?
Look, lounge pants are made from the same micromodal fabric as their undies. I'll tell you, it's 3 times softer than cotton. Feels so good on your genitals, whether they're small or monstrous. But they love celebrating the fall season with fun prints, okay? And you can get prints in undies, socks, and bralettes. And who even knows what a bralette is? Only one person in this room could tell us what a bralette is. What's the difference between a bra and a bralette?
Bralette is like more, it doesn't have like underwire, it doesn't have like big cups, it's like a cute little like lacy thing.
It's when a bra wears the Mario crown. Thanks.
It's when a bra wears the Mario crown. He's right. MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, when you purchase any MeUndies, you get 15% off and free shipping. It's a no-brainer. Get 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Go to MeUndies.com/CCTV. That's MeUndies.com/CCTV. 15% off, free shipping. And you can buy stuff as a one-off. You're like, oh, I'm gonna replace some underwear, or you can become a member and get something sent to you every time they come out with something new, which is also pretty fun. We're all on it. We're all getting that membership status. Feels good, man.
What
a fun ad read that was.
Let's air out that dirty laundry.
Oh, okay.
Who'd you guys vote for?
Yesterday.
You guys want to talk? Yeah, who'd you guys vote for?
Pull up the California ballot. And
Did you guys? I mean, are you Nazis or are you a bunch of commies? That's really what we're on.
Okay.
So you got to pick a side here. It's kind of like the rebels versus the Empire. I think there's good arguments on both sides when it comes to the Star Wars universe.
Like strong leadership, military backing, or like strong minority presence. Although, look, they have black stormtroopers, so both sides are pretty well represented.
They don't have any. Well, they don't have any more diverse stormtroopers in us. It's just really.
It's just the one.
Do they have women stormtroopers besides Captain Phasma?
They've been like introducing them now.
Okay, they're just showing up.
Yeah.
Well, like they were, but in like the before the new episodes, so like in the future they don't have different, genders and such.
Well, because they all started as clones first, right? It was one dude.
You really have to follow the
They
timeline.
were all
of the
minorities.
movies.
Yeah, because Jango Fett.
What's his ethnicity?
He's not a white guy.
Okay, yeah, that makes.
You tell me what ethnicity is he?
I don't know. He looks like a little, like maybe like Cuban or like
Cuban?
Latin or.
This is a Star Wars, Khail. Cuba is not in Star Wars.
Well, I don't know planets in Star Wars.
Okay.
He's
Mandalorian.
Sure.
So that's what you're asking.
Sure, fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought on Earth senses.
Okay, but then all those clones died, and they had to start recruiting your average Joes off the street.
Honestly, I was just trying to like make a little bit of a funny meme. I didn't want us to go like into like Star Wars.
Did you
like
vote yes
hierarchy.
on Prop 12 or not?
Wait, what did you say he was? What did you say he was?
So he's a
Rachel?
Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Yeah, but what about the actor?
The actor himself?
Yeah.
He's Maori.
I guess I'll
It's
see.
like fact checking right
Click him.
now.
Let's find out. What's his ethnicity? What's his name? Legend.
What do you think he is?
God, he looks like he'd be my dad, probably.
What do you think
I
he
say
is?
he's Maori.
Who plays him? What's his name?
I don't know.
What the fuck is the guy's name?
Jesus. Anyway, what I was trying to talk about was, we had some controversy
What? What's the
on our
controversy?
YouTube.
What? I see.
Not even.
see.
Well,
Oh, I get it. Here we go.
I would say not us, but it is us, and it's our culture. It's our terrible rhetoric. It is our toxic, super masculine. No, we made some fucking meme in the description of a video that went out very recently. We've always had multilingual descriptions in our videos.
Oh, that's
hundreds
cool.
of videos that we've probably made at this point.
Great.
It's been over 2 years, right? So probably over 3, 4. I don't know how many videos we're at right now, but we've always had descriptions that you'd have to go in and translate. And when we first started posting them, we were just trying to sort of like game the algorithm a little bit and putting in key foreign words that would show up in different parts of the world, and then we could get some international traffic, etc. But it just turned into like a shit post essentially. I would just encourage anyone to post whatever the fuck they want in the description. We'd post our own descriptions. They just would say whatever the fuck, and then we would translate it over and have rough translations. So that's the way our descriptions were set up for a long time. In the latest video, we had something.
It's a voting theme episode already.
So it was a voting.
Politically minded episode, like haha, memes.
I didn't watch the episode, so I can't I can't give context to what the
But
episode
it's
was.
politically themed Photoshop
All right,
battles, just so you know.
Right, but we had a politically themed meme in a description, and that sort of set some people off. It said Republicans are shit. I don't know who specifically wrote that. I don't really
think it
care.
said rubbish. Shit is very strong. It said Republicans are rubbish. In Croatian. I didn't write it myself, but I did have to translate that stuff we added, so.
I would have been fine if it said shit. Honestly, because I don't care.
Right.
I don't think anyone here cares.
Right.
I don't think anyone here cares which one of us go and vote for whoever. We don't have these types of conversations in the office. Rarely in the cars, maybe. I mean, if we're like walking over, hey, did you see what happened on the news, blah, blah, blah. That's really where most of these conversations end. So I don't want people, because on our Reddit, and that's specifically where a lot of the sort of conversations happen around stuff that goes on in the warehouse. On the Reddit is where this sort of blew out of proportion and made it seem like we were pushing for people to go vote a certain way, like we have our own rhetoric here. We're in Los Angeles, we're in a super, liberal state, we gotta support the local Dems. I can't even vote myself, and I just want to put out there straightforward and say, like, we don't care. So, sorry if that pissed people off, but also kind of not sorry because we never meant anything by it. So I don't know if you guys want to say anything about it.
I just like you to know that I was right, that he's Maori, Scottish, and Irish.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's fine.
Thank you.
All right.
I think you said all you needed to say.
Oh,
It's just funny. People love to, one
guess
thing
I'm
I've never understood is like what is stuck to your foot? A little
it's
piece
the
of tape?
thing from the fucking dunk tank.
Wow.
What?
We should not be tracking that through this vintage carpet.
You brought it to this set?
I just like, people are just, like, they love to like, just have these conversations. The subreddit was kind of like, I don't appreciate you alienating all Republicans with that comment. And somebody was like, da-da-da-da, and then somebody was like, 6-paragraph, like, mic drop of like, well, actually, let's talk about that. Blah, 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 blah. And then the subreddit just starts this debate. It's like, why? Why do people love to waste that energy? On the YouTube comments, you're like, oh, dude, Pussy Destroyer 43 says the Republicans are rubbish, the Dems, and they just go, it's like, who are you trying to reach? People just love to fight.
I just don't think we'd ever create a channel where we literally throw feces at each other and then use it as a political platform. So that kind of boggles my mind that people would even jump to that conclusion. That I'd just be like, oh, they're trolling, as we do pretty much every episode.
The little rascals are never Trumpers. Watch out, gang. They're coming at you.
People are just hypersensitive right now to that sort of.
I think it was a very sensitive day for a lot of people. And
Probably because we
someone on
posted it.
Patreon was like, just so you know, I'm not supporting you because of that description line about Republicans. And you can just go ahead and tell me we didn't want your money anyway if that's how you feel. I was like, you need to relax. I was
Yeah.
like, today is a stressful
Well,
day.
that's specifically why I wanted to talk about it, was because I feel like some people must have felt a certain way, but we've had jokes on there where we bring in a Trump mannequin and beat the shit out of him, and at the same time we'll make fun of socialist policies, we'll make fun of, we'll throw jabs at Hillary, you know, it's just...
We burned that effigy of Nancy Pelosi last week, if you'll remember, so I think we're very...
See, I don't know if that's... Are you memeing?
No. It was on Patreon.
Oh, was it? There, you're memeing.
Sometimes
Okay.
you're just joking.
But see, but if we
You're
did
allowed
that,
to make a
but if we
joke.
did that, I'd be like, okay, cool, that's fine. 'cause-
In truth, either would be as likely because it's just about what is the meme, like what
Right.
is the meme of the day, and it can be, you know, it transcends party lines.
Well, I think we have to make it up to the Republicans that were a little upset. We'll have to really start hammering down, you know,
I did.
anti-democratic rhetoric. At this
When I changed the description, I said Democrats have tapeworms. Got them. Okay, and I said, what did I say? The American Independent Party likes pineapple on pizza.
Oh, shit, no, we didn't talk about...
I love that,
We didn't
so
talk about
also-
the Independent, we didn't talk about the Tea Party.
I said I left libertarians alone. I said the Green Party live in the roots of a giant tree, which I think you should know is true, and I'm going to join them soon.
Yeah.
That's not a meme. When I find the tree, I'm going there.
Great.
Well, great. I mean, look, another apology on CCTV taken care of.
Good job, boys.
Check them off the
Good
list.
job.
Air those grievances. This is
I
the
don't,
most.
I don't feel like... I guess that was... I don't know
just
how much
kidding,
I
it wasn't an
apologize.
apology. It really was like a
I don't want to say it
non-apology.
was an apology and then also say I didn't give a fuck at the same
It was
time.
not an apology. It was so much as a clarification.
I think it was a clarification.
What do you call it in the news when they have an error in the news?
Like a retcon or...
It's a retcon.
It's just a correction.
That's a correction, I
Just a
guess.
correction.
That's not a very good.
Depends on what news channel you're watching, dude.
This is the most relaxed
Anywho.
I've ever been on CCTV.
James, I don't want to like, you know, just not have you talk about anything on this podcast.
I mean, I've been talking, but I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to chime in on your political
It
rhetoric.
was like your episode, so I figured I'd say something about a video you were in. You want to talk
That's
about
true, what's
Roman
your-
Reigns at all?
Yeah,
What?
he got leukemia again.
He's had, yeah, right.
He's had leukemia for a while. It went away, and then it came back, and he had to leave to go fight it. And that was it.
That sucks.
It does, yeah. He had to drop the title. It was kind of a bummer. But, I mean, I think his chances are pretty good because he's like, you know, he's fit and he's like, you know, he's beat it before. So.
That's what my mom passed away from.
Really?
Yeah, it was leukemia.
Wow.
Yeah.
You mentioned that when we did the Las Vegas trip. Remember we did the trip out there, and it was about.
Which was the RV one?
No.
Oh yeah.
We went out there and we hung out with some folks, and all in the name of awareness of bone marrow donation, which you should do if you can check and see if you're a bone marrow donor online. My aunt died of leukemia, I believe, as well, and my father, they had not spoken in years, famously had not spoken in years, and then my dad, they reconciled so that my dad could donate bone marrow to her, and she died anyway. But, you know, it was kind of the thing where you're like, oh, okay, well, that sometimes it brings people together. But, you know, you can save lives, so. Bummer, dude. So hopefully, maybe does he need a bone marrow donor? Maybe everyone can help save Roman Reigns. I don't know. I actually don't know how it
I'm
works.
sure there's so many different, like he's already got, like, I think it's all sorted.
Yeah, I think it's all sorted. Well, best wishes. Yikes, cancer, guys. We burned some things in the office today that I'm hoping don't turn into that.
Ooh.
Oh, what's that? Helpful reminder.
To turn my phone off.
Khail, what else is on your mind? Last time you were on the podcast, you know, you really brought the Q&A, but I'm just curious what's on your mind in general today. So wrap out. This is the end of the podcast almost.
I have to end the podcast?
This is the final stretch of like conversation topics.
I'm going from the last segment.
Well, I mean, you could maybe this will be the really awesome final act of this podcast. and
Oh,
it's gonna
wow.
be because of you.
Well, I did have one question.
Okay.
In general about Cow Chop.
Oh.
It's basically like if you guys were having a panel, this is what I'd come to the mic
Okay.
and ask. Well, I came up with it. I was thinking of the question. I was like, oh, I got a question for that. And I was like, oh, this is so a question that someone would ask on one of these panels.
We don't do those anymore.
You don't do the panels? Or you don't do the Q&As?
We really go out of our way to make it hard.
Specifically because of this right here.
Oh. Well, you guys put me under a little. I wasn't gonna even. All right. Anyway,
Drop the mic. You drop the mic
so
now. Here it is.
I mean, I've seen a lot of and been a part of some of the things you guys have done, but I don't know what ideas you guys have come up with that you haven't done. I want to know like what's some that were like rejected or you couldn't pull together or something like that.
I feel like it's more of like a these guys sort of thing.
You don't have anything?
That's been rejected and was like, no, you can't do that. I can't think of, unless I rejected my own ideas.
I don't know if anyone's had anything rejected.
Or you couldn't like pull it off, like you got like.
I feel like we run out of time for stuff a lot. Like there were live action ideas that I was going to try to script out and shoot last Christmas that now I guess have defaulted through maybe like this Christmas. I'm glad we got Demonetized done for Halloween, but it's really easy to start a new month like November like we're doing right now and be like, hell yeah, let's do a bunch of shit. And then it's be like, wait, it's already the second week of November. Oh my God, we have no fucking time. And then just like it to end.
Also with holidays too.
Holidays are really bad. Yeah.
That makes it kind of hard too.
Yeah, we might have a sales thing coming up that might interrupt this month. It's kind of nutty. So that sucks, but that's not a very good like anecdote, unfortunately.
It's not really the answer I want.
Yeah, I don't think so. Me neither. Like I think everything that I've wanted to do has been in a way just kind of like, well, sort it out and do it. Just make sure that you cover your bases kind of thing. Like
I feel like you want to do the dunk tank thing.
I wanted to do the dunk tank thing for a while, and so
like you wanted like
that
different version of it.
No, I just wanted like anything dunk tank wise.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's numerous things that I would have filled the dunk tank up with. I brainstormed like legitimate Jello, pudding, and different things like that I wanted to fill it up with. And I would have done that if I had time because I called up some wholesale companies to see about getting a bunch of pudding. It just wouldn't arrive in time. Otherwise, it would have been just straight up pudding. So, I mean, I could still use that down the road, though.
That worked out pretty well because we currently still have a 1-inch thick layer of wrestling Jello that's kind of.
To be honest, the pudding probably would have been a little bit easier because it probably would just, it would have been thick.
It definitely would have smelled worse the next morning.
Yeah.
I think.
But it could have went in the drain. Slowly.
This was really the only conversation we had about it, which was just like.
Yeah. That's because I found the Jello like beforehand while I was still in that preliminary stage. So luckily, I guess it was the wrestling Jello.
In that particular instance, James was pretty much like, I'm gonna do the pudding, so I'll clean it up if it's horrible. And we were like, okay. And then last minute, the pivot to wrestling Jello, which I think was a pretty good trade-off. Mm-hmm. It looked good, it felt good, and it didn't immediately start to rot. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when we did you did the floor is lava, and when we used whipped cream, and afterwards we were like, wow, shaving cream would have done the same thing and not immediately putrefied. So, just quality of life, huh?
There's only so many things that when you're coming up with those things, some things fall through the cracks, and you substitute it with something that could be bad.
Yeah.
Then you realize later, man, I could have had the same consistency, if not better, with something else.
It wouldn't have started melting so quick,
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
R&D,
it's the same
baby.
thing. I got the Malort thing as well, like just buying a shit ton of Malort. Just like, can I get like a bunch of Malort? And I just buy the Malort. So, I haven't really had any kind of blockage in terms of any of that.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Boring answers, sorry, Khail.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, actually, the fact that you guys have gotten to do pretty much everything you came up with was an answer in itself.
What's yours?
What's mine?
Yeah, what's your thing that you didn't get to do?
One thing I can remember was back when I was at ETC. Is it Sean Bean who dies and everything?
Yeah.
There was a skit that I was going to do with him. They were pitching him for some movie, and they were like, "Well, what do you want to do with them?" And I was like, "I want to do the skit where I go in and I show up and we like go both pull a gun on each other, and then like I shoot him, but then it ends up being his dream. And then he shows up, so then we show up to the interview again, and then he like shoots me, and then that turns out to be my dream, so then we end up going to it together. They loved it, but there ended up like not being a way to schedule it and stuff like that, but it was a whole gag on like, you know, him dying and everything, but in the end I die, so Sean Bean wins the whole like dying thing.
He's he's an elusive contract in Hitman now. He's like the first one they announced to kill him.
Oh, really?
You can kill him in the game.
Oh, I don't want to kill him.
They had like a little vignette like skit with him getting hunted by the Agent 47 or whatever.
He's the best.
That's a cool thing.
So
Yeah.
did you meet him though? You did meet him? Or not at all?
No. We there, like I said, there was a scheduling conflict. I didn't want to like necessarily do a straight up interview because I don't like super love junkets.
Yeah.
I've kind of stopped, like pulled back. I pulled back on red carpets and then I pulled back on junkets, and now I only do like weird things.
What is
with
a
them.
junket?
A junket is they rent out hotel rooms to promote a movie, and then they'll put the actor in the room for 1 or 2 days from like sun up to almost sundown, and they'll just chug different outlets in, and everyone gets 4 minutes. So you'll get like cinema jerk, and they'll go and they'll get 4 minutes, and they'll ask the same questions as E! Online, and then Rotten Tomatoes will go in, sorry. Everyone will just get a chance to go in and ask questions of the celebrity, and they just have to sit there all day, and they just they're worn down, and if you get like the last slot, they're just like dead inside. You're like, can you tell me about the movie? They're like, yeah, I don't know, it's like I fight a dinosaur and like he's angry, but at the beginning of the day, they're like hopping. It's soulless, because everyone's asking the same questions, and they're
But you
tired
get to
of
meet
it.
all these great celebrities. That's how Khail and I met all of our favorite celebrities. In a soul-crushing, totally fearful environment of not fucking up. It's ideal to meet people that you really respect. Is like to be a press junket, like you're not even in anything cool, you're just doing fucking interviews, and then you're worried you're gonna ask a boring question. It's really
You have 4 minutes to make a connection with the celebrity. Get something, get them to gel with you and ask a question that you think will be interesting, and get them to give you something, and ultimately you want to have a good time with them. You want to have a good experience with the
So
celebrity.
who was the hardest and the easiest?
We talked about this last time.
Did we?
this is the
Remember Ben
last-
Affleck?
yeah.
I'm just realizing we're like
I thought that was the thing
lapsing
he couldn't talk about.
Well, yeah, and then I ended up talking about it.
Yeah, you talked about it
But
anyway.
Sir Ben Kingsley was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Because he's so astute, and it was just he was in a Marvel movie. It was for a Marvel movie. I was like,
for Iron Man?
Yeah, for Iron Man 3. I was like, you're the guy with all the rings, and he was just like, yes, they couldn't get anything out of
And
him.
then he can't really talk about his role because it's like a fake out.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
so
It was
it's
he's only a third of the movie. He's in a tiny bit of the movie, and he can't talk about what he's the most known for in the
That
movie.
sucks.
And so I kind of had to walk around the idea and pretend I didn't know, because you see the the screening before it. But man, yeah, junkets suck. Sean Bean, let's do that thing.
Yeah, that would be good. It's not too late.
I guess I got to play Hitman now to get out
kill
there.
him.
Don't
Yeah, I
hurt
gotta
him,
kill
dude.
him.
All right, well, pretty good. Well, thanks for hanging out in the different time era with us today. Hopefully it was relaxing. We're gonna go shoot another thing after this with you in it too. Teaser. It'll air tomorrow.
So did you?
What day is tomorrow? Wink.
Yeah, what day is tomorrow?
Thursday.
It's election day. Yeah.
Well, that's already.
But when they're
I
watching
missed
this,
it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no memeing.
it's-
Sorry.
I didn't vote. I
Yeah.
forgot. Mail by vote. Mail by vote? Vote by mail.
Vote by mail.
There it is.
In an applicable state.
In an applicable state.
Can I say a final thing?
Yeah, you should.
All right.
Take us out.
I made a tweet about this after being on the live stream with you guys for Halloween, but being someone who's been on several episodes now, I just want to say that it's actually very impressive what you guys do. There's a lot of work going into it. Like you said, there's always all these different things that you guys have to try, and it's not like you can get into a rhythm of contacting someone. You guys are always oh, we got to get this animal. Oh, we have to get this rent this thing, or buy bulk of this other thing, or get it on this deadline. And it's just really impressive to see all of that. It's fun to watch all of it. You guys do a great job, but it's also great to see that too. And I just want to say that that's fucking awesome and super impressive, and Like even seeing the live stream was seeing like a condensed version of all the work you guys put into it, whether you're running out there in the front, but also like watching live stream, making sure the audio is good and kind of like managing it. And like, I don't mean to pull back the curtain. It's just like, it's impressive to see. As someone who's done like something day to day like that, run like kind of like a daily entertainment thing, like all the extra hurdles you guys have is like incredible. Like that you guys are still doing it, still having fun, still being entertaining and stuff like that. But yeah.
Thanks, Khail.
Ego, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Khail. Thanks for coming out and spending time on our Halloween stream.
Yeah.
And for coming to be on this and being
I
on the
smelled
other
like
thing.
Malort for like a long time.
That's horrifying.
my clothes are still outside on my balcony, just like I don't even want to fuck with them.
That's a fucking mess, dude.
Stay there.
That's awful. I thought Alex Tamayan was gonna get off scot-free, and then I saw him like, he's like, okay, I'm leaving, I'm really tired and I'm feeling sick, and then I see him putting the goggles on from Malort. I was like, wow, no one gets out alive, huh?
He said that. He said before when he walked up, he's like, I'm not doing that specifically.
And then he did.
You
And I
got
was
him.
like, do you want to do it? Yeah, I guess so. It wasn't, I didn't really like, I didn't like
He's just an
poke at him to do it.
Just an
I just
innocent
asked.
life who
I
wandered
just
in.
asked.
Well, it's funny because he was hungover as well.
Yeah, he was in
He's like,
rough shape.
Might as well just go all in.
Yeah, I guess. God bless them all. All right, well, thanks for tuning in to CCTV. Thanks to our sponsors, and we'll see you 2 weeks from now, somewhere else. Wowie. Thanks, gang.
Bye.
Next door.
Next door, probably.
Next door. Yeah, let's go film the next one now, and then we'll.
Yeah, let's bank a bunch. Kale's on all of them.
I'm hungry. What did you say about this frog? What are we supposed to do with this frog? Nothing, just stare at it. Oh yeah. I was talking about the Seattle Center. I found this new way to make $1 million. Really? Yeah. Do tell. Tell everybody?
He's done.
27.76 seconds.
Yeah, you're in the lead, motherfucker.